Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest expansion-packed episode of the Switch It Up show. I am your host today, Seth Trav, and I am not joined by anybody, but I have got two great reviews for you, of course, on the Nintendo Switch. And before I get to that, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to let these sweet, sweet beats ride. First up, it's a game that's an awful lot like Ghostbusters and or Luigi's Mansion. It's Dead End Job. It's available December 13th, 2019, and it's going to be $16.99 on the Nintendo eShop. Dead End Job sends you into a madcap, wacky world to bust up ghosts. It's procedurally generated, couch co-op twin-stick shooter that straps a vacuum pack to your back and puts a plasma blaster in your hand. For you, it's just another day in the office. You take on the role of Hector Plasm, a worker at Ghoul Be Gone. The #1 experts in paranormal pest control is your tasked with heading to haunted offices, restaurants, and other everyday buildings before freeing them of unwanted guests. Have you got what it takes to be the best at putting pests to rest? Play alone or bust ghosts with a buddy in drop-in, drop-out co-op that works seamlessly within the main adventure. Do you love 90s cartoons? Yeah, so do we. And we grew up on their stretchy, squishy, gross-out laughs. Our love for them spills over into the game like so much ectoplasm. See every nose hair and wacky, vibrant art that brings everyday items to life as screwball spooks to suck up. Yeah, that was a sentence. Exercise that fightful spirit, since every specter you snag and every resident you rescue is added to your client's bill at the end of the job. Haunted by the ghost of your mentor, quite literally, you must learn the ropes and to save her soul before she's forced to spend eternity as a spook. Voted least preferred fate in Ghost Hunter Monthly. It is an action arcade game from our great friends over at Head Up Games and made by the fine people over at Ant Workshop. And it supports cloud save. Once again, it's going to be $16.99 when it is available on December 13th. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, if you love Ren and Stimpy, and you loved Luigi's Mansion, and you love roguelite games, you're gonna absolutely love Dead End Job. I have been having a complete blast with this game. At first it was a little difficult because I was experiencing a lot of Joy-Con issues. Yeah, I got the drift again. But I managed to persevere. I managed to get by. Unfortunately, you can't use the D-pad, which, again, that kills me a little bit because it is 2D. It's very, like Castle Crashers, I think, is the game that's remade and everybody loves. It's a lot like that. It seems very Flash in graphic style, but it is vibrant, and it is wacky, and all the characters are very over-the-top, and again, it's that sort of Ren and Stimpy style. Maybe even Rocko's Modern Life. To an extent, like if you blended those two together, it's definitely got a classic Nickelodeon feel, and the humor's there. I giggled a few times. I enjoy it. So that was cool. The price, I feel like $20 about is good for a game like this, because I've been playing it a lot, and I found, I'm going to give everybody a little hint here in how to do well at this game. What you do, okay, you make sure when you can get this one like power-up thing when you're promoted into one of your kooky promotion type jobs, you have to, okay, this is important now, you have to get this thing that allows you to get your items back when you die, because you're gonna die a couple times, but eventually you'll figure out that you can sort of, stay back from enemies and how to keep your blaster from overheating, things like that. as well as get great power-ups that are also kooky and kitsch and fun, and it's great. Yeah, and there's tons of things to unlock, tons of fun little objects and achievement sort of things. Yeah, I can't rave about this game enough. Dead End Job. I am going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. That's right, because I enjoyed it that much, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was that great. Almost as good as this next game, which is absolutely insane. I just want to preface this entire thing with the fact that it is insane. The name of the game is StarBlox Incorporated. That's StarBlox with an X. Not probably because it's extreme. It is fairly extreme, ladies and gentlemen. It is $12.59. It is currently available on the Nintendo eShop. Again, StarBlox Inc. Like Incorporated. Period. Make sure you put the period, because that is included there. Puzzler meets Brawler in space. Welcome to the team at StarBlox Incorporated, where sorting cargo is a contact sport. Load your rocket resource blocks quickly and efficiently to beat the competition. Watch out, the shipping world is fierce. Your opponent can sabotage your work by stealing blocks, delivering punches, or throwing you in the incinerator. As you deliver cargo to the far corners of the solar system, each of the planets, moons, and asteroids you visit will present new challenges, from black holes to gravity to waves of lava. Please try not to die. It tarnishes our safety track record. StarBlox Inc. is a unique mashup of a puzzler and a brawler made in partnership with Ingenium, Canada's Museums of Science and Innovation. Crafted by experts for scientific accuracy, the stunning planetary backdrops will make you feel like you're really there. Features 2 local competitive multiplayer modes for up to 4 people, single-player career mode, and 72 unlockable photo book entries about the planets, moons, and asteroids in the game, provided by NASA. It is by Illumination Games. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's insane because they really, really blend together the idea of Tetris and Street Fighter. The fighting is definitely there, and it's a major component to this game because you need to worry about being punched up all the time. The way it functions is that you would have a block drop in some colors and fashion, typically 1 out of 4 colors, and you would need to press one button, pause, and throw it, and kind of try to see if you're able to place it. Some of the placements, I don't know if it was, again, my drift issues with my controller, but it seemed like I couldn't really choose where I was going to throw it a lot of the time, and it would just go in only one space, even though I could clearly see other spaces were available to throw it in. So there was that. But you also have, during all of that, you have to worry about getting hit. And that's very, very difficult to kind of manage. So a lot of it, you really have to worry about fighting this guy. And by guy, I mean some robot that is going to be attacking you while you try to do this odd pause throw mechanic. And the fighting, like I said, it's there. It seems like you really only have 3 moves, and it's like up punch, straight punch, down punch when you're like in the air, and you know, uppercut, standard things, but it's only really like 3 moves. And then you can get like enraged, I think is what they called it. And that's, you know, a super powerful punch, and it's kind of guaranteed to like knock him out and into an incinerator, and then you buy yourself a very valuable like 5 to 10 seconds, I want to say, of time where you can just calmly grab a block and try to throw it and place it. I think that both parts on their own don't work very well, but when you put them together and try to make them into a game, it is very, very exciting, which is I think, difficult to do, especially with these puzzle games. I'm a big puzzle game guy, as I'm sure you know. Go back, listen to every episode of the Switch It Up show. You'll hear me rave about puzzle games. I love them. I always think they're cool and neat and can eat up a great amount of time. But most of the time, I'm never really compelled. I'm never really that excited. But this game, it gets me invested. I don't know how. I think it's because you have to juggle both aspects so quickly and almost poorly that it makes it exciting. If that makes any sense. Because like I said, both parts, the puzzle part alone and the fighting part alone, they're not very good. But when you try to mash them together as they have, it functions in a way that you have to respond very quickly and very haptically and very like, oh my god, I gotta get this out of my hands, otherwise I'm gonna get punched, and now I gotta punch this guy because he's gonna throw his thing, and oh my god. I found myself very, very invested in this game. It's unique. The NASA pictures are there, and it's cool. I was reading some stuff, and that's neat. So that was very cool that they were able to actually get these images as backdrops. But you know, those are unlockable things. It's not the main game. It's a little funny. It is funny. I think the voice of the robot narrator giving you like your introduction to the corporation is the same robot voice from one of the people in Destiny 2 that you go visit on one of the planets that's a giant robot and is a lady. Might be the same actress. Don't know. Can't confirm. Didn't bother to look that up. But if she's there, she's doing great. Sounds fun. And the music is good. Music's good. Graphics seem... I don't know. I feel like my character's lost in his color sometime. Like he's red. And I feel like it's just this vibrant blob of red most of the time. So, I don't know. I feel like the game could overall use a polish. But it's wild and fun and actually gripping, even though the components of it don't function that well. So because of that, I'm going to give StarBlox Inc. a 3.5 or 3.75 if I can. Let's call it a 7 out of 10, maybe. Yeah, 7 out of 10. We'll give it a 7 out of 10. If that's cool. Of course it's cool. It's my show. Glenn's not here. He's busy doing his thing over at From the Crib. It's his third, I believe, annual Happy Horror Days, where he talks all about horror movies that you could get your kid into this holiday season. If you could get your kid into it most of the time. I would say you can't. But they're cool. Great movies. We're getting them from a lot of great people. Be sure to check him out right here on the Preach Network. Be sure to get at me. I'm at Seth Trav again. He is our friend Glenn. He'll be back in a few after he's done giving us those holiday horror episodes. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, if any of this got boring, you can always switch it up.